Hi Aries, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy, and this is your reading, your general reading for the last half of September 2019, the September mid-month readings. This is for the fire sign of Aries, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising, if your Venus is in Aries, and for those of you who are cross-watching for Aries. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. Welcome to everyone. First-timers, newcomers, welcome back to followers and subscribers. Thank you for sending in all of your support, your feedback, comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. Always welcome and always appreciated. And always a big note of gratitude to all of my clients out there for keeping me so busy with personal readings. And I have been noticing the last handful of weeks how many of my clients are returning clients. So thank you for the trust that keeps you coming back over and over again. If any of you are interested in scheduling a personal reading with me, just click on the description link below for more info and contact details. I offer a wide variety of readings in all main areas of life, and I can usually respond to your initial inquiries within the same day or the first 24 hours. And scheduling is pretty good too. I am quite blessed to be able to do readings full-time, 6 days a week. It is all that I do. So I work pretty diligently with everyone's schedules and my own to get you readings as quickly as possible. So click on the description link below for more contact info. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. And you can also go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on the little About button there for more info. All right. As many of you know, general readings always play out, resonate a little differently for everyone who's watching. So if you know your other signs, rising, moon sign, Venus sign, watch those as well. It can be helpful, kind of fleshing out the picture a bit. Okay, Aries, or Rams. Let's see what the last half of September has in store for you. Okay, Aries, we begin with the Eight of Swords. Somebody's feeling trapped. Followed by the Moon. We have Judgment. Followed by Strength. From the bottom of the deck, overall energy and guidance is the Six of Wands. This could not be more clear, but I think you're going to triumph, many of you. So this is, you have 3 major arcana cards out of 5. So did Leo, actually. So whatever this situation or set of circumstances is, it's quite significant. It's quite significant in your kind of evolution into the next level of growth as well. But it feels like, at least for a bit of time, that you can't. You're kind of telling yourself or having this message that you can't, you know, that you can't change something, that you can't change yourself because you feel trapped, I think, by thoughts and old tapes and fears. We have this Eight of Swords and this Moon. The Eight of Swords is a card about feeling trapped. But what has you trapped is just in your mind. It's your thoughts. You can remove yourself from them. You can free yourself from these thoughts and fears that you have, which is the only thing keeping you actually trapped here. You can see this woman is surrounded by swords, and yet the gaps between them, she could just walk right through them. But she can't see that because she's blindfolded. She can't see. She can't look at it. She's on her knees, which implies a sense of being a victim, being vulnerable, being helpless. But nobody is actually holding her down there. The chains which are wrapped around her wrists aren't connected to anything or anyone. With a flip of her wrist, she could free herself, stand up on her own 2 feet, rip the blindfold off, take a look around at these fears, and realize that she can just walk out, remove herself from them. She's not powerless. You're not powerless. What clarifies it is the Moon, which is a lack of clarity. You feel like you can't move forward. You feel like you can't free yourself because you perhaps don't have the clarity. There's mental confusion. There's perhaps some hidden unrealistic fears here too. And it's not that whatever the source of your fears were, where they come from, isn't valid. It could be, usually when we're trapped by messages, it comes from negative, harmful, painful experiences we've had in the past, which were quite real. But then because of those things, we have these messages that we then keep playing to ourselves. As we move forward in life, they become part of our belief systems and ideologies. And they actually keep us trapped and enslaved in a way. The moon can represent unrealistic fears. I mean, the moon sheds light, the sun sheds light, but the sun's light illuminates, exposes, clarifies. The moon's light creates shadows, corners. You never know what's lurking in there. That tree out in your backyard, that gnarly, twisted, old, cool-looking tree, which looks so interesting in the daylight, at night can look like a monster, a bear, or some other kind of thing. You don't know. It can represent being unrealistically afraid of things based on perhaps past history. Not even perhaps, I think it is based on past history. If it's fear of relationships, like maybe fear of moving forward with somebody, it's based on negative experiences you had in the past, and part of that, of course, was the choices you made in the past too. You're being asked to take a look at those. Difficult, challenging, you're being asked to have the strength to take a look at those, and there you have an opportunity, a God-given opportunity right now to do that. And once and for all, free yourself, transform yourself, free yourself of what these swords represent, the stuff going on in your head. You have an opportunity. That's what judgment represents, an opportunity, often called the second chance card. To be judged means that you will be held accountable for what you do and what you say and what you choose. So choose carefully, choose wisely. If it is a second chance, the implication, if it's a second chance within a relationship or a connection or, a job or some other circumstances, a second chance implies that you may want to think about doing it differently this time. Because the outcome is going to be dependent on you. You're responsible for what you choose. That's what judgment means. You are accountable. There's an air of finality about judgment too. It represents that this chance won't come around again, or not for a very long time, if ever. So recognize if you say no, you may not have the opportunity to do this again. The air of finality represents that in this situation, whatever you choose, do, and say is going to, you have to live with it. You won't be able to reverse it. It's going to be what your reality is in this situation for a significant period of time, if not forever, both in the circumstance, to people who are aware of it, and in the message that you send yourself as well. So choose carefully. The implication being you may want to do this differently than you did before, or than you have with similar situations before. And in order to do that, you're being asked to have strength. The strength and courage and wisdom and humility to look deep inside yourselves, which is what strength represents. It is about facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, and where they come from. Strength can also be about wrestling with your own personal demons, looking at that shadow self, which is, the aspects of ourselves that perhaps we don't like about ourselves and we don't like to look at very often, and we wouldn't want other people to look at. Things that we think and feel, bad habits, patterns, ways we have of dealing with things. Facing the fears, the doubts, and insecurities, facing where they come from, realizing that this situation or this person or whatever is not that other thing. It takes a lot of strength and courage to do this, but it's also what you gain more of by moving forward. These are opposites. We want to take those beliefs, those fears, those negative messages, those concerns, those bad habits, that have us feeling enslaved. We face those, we deal with those, and then we are the master. We have mastered those, and we now have the strength and courage from going into that to move forward with our head up in motion, courageously forward. And there is the opportunity is here, and God's Spirit, your angels and guides, they're just handing it to you on a silver platter. You have the opportunity to rewrite your reality in this situation. Really significant and profound. And the results are going to be significant and long-lasting, regardless of which decision you make. And you tell yourself a message by what you do here too. There's an opportunity for victory. to free yourself, to be truly free. Overall energy is victory. Victory and triumph after a battle, after a challenge. He's being recognized triumphantly for his victory, what he did. He went off to do something, you know. Slay a dragon, rescue a princess, face his worst fears and himself. And he did it. He's writing back. He's being applauded, publicly recognized. Other people are seeing it. Other people are applauding, feeling really good, really triumphant. All of what kept him trapped before was the horse that rode him, but now, because you have mastered it, you are now riding that horse. Let's pull a few clarifying cards. Very profound, Aries. The Two of Wands, yes, this is your opportunity. Do I go down this path? Do I go down that path? To have a new beginning, an exciting new beginning in this. And right behind it is death, the end of an old way of something. Complete and total transformation. It could not be, it's your fourth major arcana card. It could not be more clear, Aries. I know it's scary. That's what strength is. Fear is the mother of courage. It's true. If there wasn't something we were scared of or terrified of, there'd be no need for courage, no need for bravery, no need for this kind of strength. Fear can birth courage, strength, wisdom. I know it's scary, but you have what it takes, Aries. You do. You have what it takes. So we'll see what happens in the October readings, yes? Beautiful reading, quite powerful, quite transformative. Yes, transformation is sometimes not difficult. Death and birth are difficult processes, but oh, what you can gain after it is priceless. Freedom. So Aries, that is your reading for the last half of September 2019. I hope that you found something in it helpful. If it resonated for you, or if any of the videos do, and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, click on the description link below for more info and contact details to schedule a reading with me. Email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do love and romance, relationship compatibility readings, career work and finance, investment, gift readings, 6 and 12-month life overviews, depending on how far ahead you want to look. A variety of different things for those of you who are interested. I would be most happy to work with you. Again, click the description link below, or you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on the About button there for information as well. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks, Aries, for the October 2019 general readings. Until then, as always, I wish you much joy, much strength and blessings, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.